Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel, I hope. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chase Chrisley says parents' imprisonment humbled me as he had to learn a lot of lessons and pull it together. The unexpected happened within the Chrisley family as Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted and later imprisoned for fraud and tax evasion. And in their absence, their son Chase Chrisley knew he needed to step up. I try to find a positive in every negative, the Chase Chrisley Collection founder tells People exclusively. My parents going away, even though it was a terrible situation, I had to learn a lot of lessons I probably wouldn't have learned until way later on in life. It definitely humbled me and showed me what the important things in life are and what to really be appreciative of, he adds. It was the first time in my life that I was like, all right, I need to prove to myself that I can do this alone, he explains. Also, earn the respect of my dad, obviously, and earn the respect for myself that I could do it on my own. And I didn't need my mom or my dad to fall back on, even though I know that they would be there for me. It was time to pull it together and show myself I could do it, he says. It's been in the making for quite some time, honestly. He shares of Gold Drop, out July 1. Obviously, I've had my difficulty and my struggle with alcohol. It makes the highs, and it makes the lows, lower. So I think that going through what we went through with my family, and then my personal journey, and my struggles, it's time for me just to put alcohol down. We just don't agree with each other. The reality star, who is also currently serving as an executive producer on his family's new Lifetime docuseries, says he wanted to put a product out there that is zero alcohol. It's good for you and has all natural things from the earth. There's no additives in it, and it's a sexy can. So you can still be out, and you can still drink. You can drink this, and it'd be a healthy alternative, he adds. So maybe some people don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. The Chrisley Knows Best alum learned his work ethic from his father, Todd. He's always raised me and the rest of my siblings up too. If you want to be the boss, you have to be willing to do every single job. So ask somebody to do a job that you're not willing to do, he explains. I feel like it's my job as one of the owners of the roofing company I helped create, is to get out there and set the example and show the people that are working with me, and for me that I'm willing to do everything that you're willing to do, he continues. It's more of a respect thing. I don't want anyone to think that I think I'm above them, because I am not. With that, Chase concludes, I'm far from perfect, but God blessed me with an amazing opportunity. And if I can help somebody else get further along in their career, their life, or provide for their families, then I feel like I'm being a good steward. I feel like I was just carrying around, just waiting for something to happen. And thank God to President Trump, something did. Something great happened, he shares. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders, because I don't think it's fully sunk in for me that, okay, it's over. Chase adds, there's a battle that we fought for so long. But I mean, just being able to go over and see my mom and dad hug each other and spend quality time with them without somebody around us, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. In the golden light of a Nashville morning, Chase Chrisley stood on the porch of his modest home. Far from the sprawling estate he once roamed in Georgia with the confidence of a reality TV prince. Now, with his parents Todd and Julie Chrisley behind bars, the 28-year-old admitted life had shifted in ways he never anticipated. Gone were the designer shopping sprees and camera-ready quips. In their place, a worn-out journal, a pile of self-help books, and something Chase had never sought before, humility. I didn't think it would hit me like it did, he confessed during a rare and candid conversation with a local radio show. I thought I could tough it out, keep doing my thing, and somehow avoid facing what this really meant, but life doesn't work that way. He adjusted the cross around his neck, a gift from his mother, Julie, just before she turned herself in to begin her 7-year sentence. Todd, his father, had already been taken to a separate federal facility to serve his 12-year term. Chase hadn't just lost his parents to prison. He'd lost the anchors of his entire used to command attention. It meant ratings, lavish vacations, an endless stream of witty one-liners and social media moments that fed a hungry fan base. But behind the gloss of Chrisley knows best was a family that, according to Chase, had a lot of cracks under the surface we weren't ready to face. I was humbled, Chase admitted, his voice heavy with reflection. Not just because of what happened to my parents, but because I had to look at myself, really look. I realized how much I relied on their success. I never had to think about what was next. Everything was always just taken care of. He paused, eyes scanning the horizon. But now, I had to pull it together or fall apart. The wake-up call, when the verdict was announced and the reality of federal prison loomed, Chase said he experienced a kind of emotional whiplash. 1 minute you're filming confessionals for a TV show, and the next, you're walking your mom to the car as she prepares to turn herself in. It's not real until you're standing there watching the door close behind her. What followed, Chase described as an emotional freefall. He turned to all the wrong comforts, partying, denial, and what he calls a desperate search for distractions. But none of it worked, he said. You can numb yourself for a while, but the pain, the fear, the confusion, they wait for you. The real shift came after a quiet night alone. It wasn't dramatic, he explained. There was no breaking of dishes or yelling into the void. Just a still moment with himself, looking in the mirror, realizing he didn't like who he was becoming. That's when I knew something had to change. I couldn't just keep spiraling. I had siblings looking to me. Grayson needed someone to talk to. Savannah was falling apart trying to be strong for everyone. And me? I had been trying to act like it didn't matter. But it did. It mattered a lot. A new purpose. Since then, Chase has taken deliberate steps toward rebuilding not just his public image, but his inner world. He started therapy. He joined a men's accountability group at a local church. And perhaps most importantly, he began reconnecting with the parts of himself that were never about fame. I used to think strength meant never showing weakness, he admitted. Now I know it's the opposite. It takes strength to admit when you're lost, when you're scared, when you've made mistakes. He's also shifted his career aspirations. While still open to future entertainment projects, Chase is more focused now on launching a foundation that helps children of incarcerated parents. I know what it's like to feel abandoned, even when you know logically it's not their fault. There's this hole in your life, and you don't know how to fill it. I want to help other kids navigate that. He's even working on a memoir, tentatively titled Humbled, Lessons from the Other Side of the Spotlight. The book will trace his journey from reality TV darling to a man trying to forge a path on his own. No cameras, no scripts. Complicated love. Still, the journey hasn't been smooth. His on-again, off-again relationship with Emmy Metters ended for good after what Chase described as a mutual understanding that we were both growing, just not together. I used to think I needed a partner to make me feel whole, he said. But now I'm learning to be okay with myself first. That's the biggest lesson of all. His relationship with his parents has also evolved. We talk as much as we can. I write letters to my mom every week. She's still the strongest woman I know. And Dad? He's still Dad. Still giving me advice, even from prison. Still cracking jokes. But I think he's growing too. Chase smiled faintly, a mixture of nostalgia and newfound wisdom softening his usual bravado. We were all forced to grow up real fast. The road ahead, for Chase, the road ahead is still unclear, but that's no longer terrifying. If anything, it's freeing. I don't know what comes next, he admitted. But I do know I'm going to walk into it with my eyes wide open this time. No more pretending. No more coasting. I'm building something real, on my own terms. He glanced at his phone, where a photo of his family, taken before everything fell apart, sat as his lock screen. Todd, Julie, Savannah, Grayson, Chloe, all smiles, frozen in time. I used to want to rewind everything, he said. Now? I just want to move forward, a little better every day. With that, Chase Chrisley stepped off the porch, ready to face a world that had once seemed so familiar, now completely transformed.